Good morning. Welcome to Make Some Money, Honey, and Monday Momentum. You have reached us. You have found us. It's Julia Flynn Worry here, and my partner, Sarah Coolidge, coming to you from the West Coast. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Julia. How are you?
I am fantastic, absolutely awesome, and ready to rock and roll because we are right around the Christmas holidays now when everybody goes into panic mode. And I'm very excited to say we have some fantastic ideas for how you can stay out of panic and stay in income. Right, Sarah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Absolutely. You can see my little stockings behind me. My stockings were hung by my bookcase with care. Do you have a Santa hat?
I do have a Santa hat.
I am one of Santa's elves too, and look, you are too. Look, we're Santa's elves today. Santa's helpers. So, one of the reasons that I wanted to talk about this today was that every year we're faced with these holiday seasons and what are we going to do and how is this going to affect our business. And Sarah and I thought that we would tackle these issues early for you and help you really understand how you can create a strategy and a plan to stay in income all the way through the holiday season and perhaps even make more money this holiday season than you ever have before. Wasn't that kind of our...
Yeah, and we tend to shut down a little bit at Christmas time thinking, okay, it's not worth it trying to get anything done. People are too busy and there's too many holidays, so I'll just let it go till January, and then January comes in and we often have a really rude awakening right around New Year's. So we're spending some time looking at how we can monetize everything that we're doing now, not because we want to take advantage of anything, but because people are buying and it's what's happening. And that does not mean that just because it's a busy time does not mean that your business can't continue to go forward.
Absolutely. It's amazing to me because what people are most concerned about usually is perception. How will someone see me? How will I be perceived to everyone? Will I be perceived as an opportunist? Will I be perceived as successful? Will my friends and family judge me? People are so concerned about that. At least that's what I hear from so many people. And what you just hit on, Sarah, is absolutely true. People are already spending. They're already buying. I mean, I'm in buying mode. I'm in shopping mode. So Sarah and I wanted to talk about a couple of different ways that we could dial into that for you so that you could make some money this holiday season. Before I forget, though, I do want to say that is on the East Coast, and it's only 7 a.m. on the West Coast. So we do have people coming.
My eyes are open.
Eyes are open and ready to rock and roll, ready to make some money, honey.
Yes, it's Monday morning, and it's almost light in California, but not quite yet.
That is fantastic. Well, I'm excited, and I'm excited to see you here. So the first thing I wanted to talk a little bit about with people who have direct sales businesses, we've been talking, I guess, for the last several weeks about the difference between having a network marketing business, networking in your business, having a direct sales business, or being a direct salesperson, and basically what it means to be a multi-level marketing. So Sarah, can you give us a tiny little bit of a recap maybe on what that looks like, how we describe that?
I'd be happy to, and just want to remind people that are coming in, as you come in, if Julia doesn't mute you, please mute yourself right away, because sometimes it takes us a little bit of work to get ourselves situated the way we want to be, and you can see there's a couple other faces that have appeared or something. And so just remind you to mute right away, because otherwise we can have all sorts of strange sounds, including a lot of unpleasant feedback. So we've been talking for a few weeks now about the differences between traditional store sales, network marketing, MLM, relationship marketing, and what I keep saying over and over again, and many people perhaps don't want to hear it, is it's all network marketing. We are human beings. We like to network. We like to talk to each other. We like to build relationships. And everything that we're ever doing, just like everything we're ever doing is, in a sense, sales, we are interacting with each other. We're trying to help someone, perhaps, by telling them our advice about what we think they ought to do. We are parenting, which is then guiding people, trying to get them over to our side or our point of view a lot of the time. This is all sales, and marketing is the same thing. Every time you are interacting with somebody, you are marketing something. It may not. It may just be, isn't it a beautiful day? And you get them to notice that, oh yeah, it is. You're right. Well, okay, you just sold somebody something. And so to separate any kind of business, meaning MLM versus regular traditional brick and mortar, is really, it's all a continuum, and anywhere in that continuum you can find unhealthy and businesses that are not run properly, don't have integrity, or not really holding high values. It doesn't matter if they're what we would call an MLM or a brick and mortar, you can find it. So letting go of that belief that there's something a little bit different about network marketing, and there's a lot of people in there that are kind of icky or pushy, or there's bad companies that take advantage of you. There's bad companies everywhere, and there's icky people everywhere, and there's also really great ones. So you get to choose. And so we just wanted to spend more time now, and then of course beginning in the new year, we're going to really focus on how to grow an MLM business, how to grow a network marketing business, how to grow a relationship marketing business, how to grow a business, because as far as we're concerned, it's all network marketing.
Absolutely. Boy, that was great. That was great summing up. I am really grateful to you for expanding on that. Really terrific idea to explain that for everyone. And I want to share that there's, at least from my perspective, and I'd love to get some feedback from everybody else, there are a couple of different ways that you have to grow your business, and I'm just going to say your business. One of the ways that you have to grow your business is that you have to get other people involved in your business to bring them over to your side so that you can get them to support you and get them to promote you. I want to say be your cheerleader. That's kind of what I'm getting at there, is that you need to get people to be your cheerleader. And in doing that, you want to get them, you're recruiting them. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of bringing them on as a recruit. You're kind of trying to get them onto your side and to talk about you. So if you have a multi-level marketing business, you might have heard the term recruiting or prospecting for new recruits or new distributors. But as a marketing business for myself and as other businesses that are out there, you might be trying to get people to be your cheerleader and promote you. Does that make sense? And I know I have a couple of people. Amy, would you like to dial in on that as a realtor? How do you get people to talk about you or to tell them your story and tell the story to other people? Make sure she's unmuted here. Nope, she's muted. Amy muted herself. Well, she has an adorable Christmas ornament. I didn't know if she wanted to share her idea of how she brings people on, but I'm just going to kind of share a little bit out there. When I was...
Can you hear me?
Oh, there she is. Good. Good. Amy, hi.
I don't know how to do any of this stuff, and I completely forgot that this was on video, so of course I'm my usual unshowered and no makeup and whatever, so I'm showing you a great ornament that I got yesterday, handmade ornament from a friend in real estate whose mom is an artist. So I'm just usually outrageous in inappropriate circumstances, which makes me memorable, and that's, I think, how I get people to think of me.
I would have known that ornament the whole time, because you probably picture.
Yes, that's how vain I am.
You could turn your camera off, honey, and then
I don't know how to do that either. Without Julia around, I'm useless.
Well, okay, I'm going to do this now, so nobody can see my face.
Here you go. I thought the ornament is in keeping, you know.
I'm going to say that Amy has been remarkable over the years in getting people to remember who she is by being outrageous and crazy, so much so that when we've done some marketing promotions, instead of using her beautiful headshot, which is a professional headshot, we went ahead and had a caricature made because it made so much more sense because she's a character. But what I'm getting at is that you want cheerleaders, you want people on your team, you want people to promote you even while you're not around. That comes from third-party testimonials. It comes from case studies. It comes from videos, getting people to talk about you and your business and what you do, even while you're not there, so that they're representing you and they're spreading the word on your behalf. I have noticed over the years, regardless of what I've sold, and I've sold everything from gym memberships and printing and graphic design to children's furniture, futons and water beds and web design, that if somebody else tells you what a great job I do or what product I have that's so fantastic, if someone else tells you about it, then my God, you absolutely, totally believe that that is the best product or service because somebody else told you about me. Does that follow, Sarah? Do you know what I mean there?
Yeah, that's why we call it relationship marketing when we don't want to call it network marketing because we're embarrassed. Because it's about relationship, and we know now, especially with all the online social media that's going on, people go online to try to find somebody, even if it's somebody they don't know, to say, yes, you should buy that product, or no, you shouldn't. That's how they make their buying decisions. And it's even more powerful now than it ever was before, that's what people are doing, and it's what traditional network marketing was built on, 20 years ago when there was no internet. That's what it was. It's word of mouth, people saying, well, I think this product is great, so maybe you should try it, and people helping each other. So, yeah.
Awesome.
It's the power of the referral.
That's right. It's the power of the referral. I do have a couple of other folks here. I have Linda and I have Chuck here. So if either one of you would like to contribute, please go ahead and include a chat. Make a comment in the chat box so that I know that you want to talk. I do want to come back to that and say that I have some silver bullet ideas for today. I always like to give out some sort of a great tip or great idea that I've seen. This is not one that I thought of, but it kind of dovetails onto some older ideas that we've had. One of the things that I've often said to a lot of my clients is if you can sit your client down and get them to either do a written testimonial or a video testimonial, we can add that to your website. So, Sarah, you've used a wonderful product or service. You're very, very excited about it. You sit down and you write out a testimonial. I'm so grateful to Julia for sharing this great idea, or I'm so grateful to Sarah for sharing this great idea with me, and I just want the whole world to know. Well, I actually saw something online the other day that stopped me dead in my tracks, and I thought, my God, it's direct, it's powerful, and what a great idea. Wish I had thought of it. That's always I wish I thought of that. A young lady had, I think it was a cosmetics company, I'm not positive, it was a multi-level marketing company, and she actually put out to the general public, not to her friend circle, on Facebook, I'm looking for 5 or 10 women who will try my product and will tell all of their friends how fantastic it is, and as payment for that, I will give you a free bottle. I think it was mascara. She said, if you'll try my mascara and tell all your friends about it, I'll give you free mascara. She didn't say, I want to sell you something. She didn't say, become my distributor. She just said, try my product and tell your friends. I thought that was pretty clever. What do you think?
Well, it's pretty simple, and we tend to forget about simple things sometimes, and it's got a nice little call to action. I mean, it's making me think right now, okay, how could I do that? What product could I put up on Facebook and say, hey, tell all your friends, try it, and I'll give it to you for free.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. So that might not be a possibility with everything. I mean, I'm sure Amy would love to have all of her friends and family have a free house to live in for the holidays and sample it.
It is hard to translate that into real estate, I will admit.
Well, that is one idea, but it doesn't have to be the whole kit and caboodle, does it? It could be, you know, I don't know, it could be a product or service or a subset of what it is that you do.
On how to, you know, choose your next house or how to pick your next real estate agent. Please try my 10 tips and tell all your friends whether or not you liked it. And then your name is still getting out there in front of those friends as somebody that has something to do with real estate, and you'll be top of mind later when they need to make that decision.
Absolutely, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. We have Linda Kay with us today from New Hampshire, and I'm wondering if Linda can join us. Linda, are you there? Oh, she's
your picture.
Can
you unmute?
She's muted herself. Let's see if she can unmute herself. Are you there,
No.
Linda? Nope. Okay, well, when she gets the chance, I would like her to pop in and give her opinion on this, because she also has a business very similar to mine, but in a different part of the country, where it isn't like we can go ahead. Oh, she is able to type, so that's really good. It isn't like I'm able to give away a free website. I'm not able to do that, but maybe I could give away some free knowledge and information, which is kind of what we're doing here, right? So
Yeah.
the idea in this circumstance would be, hey, Mary Jo and everybody in XYZ group, would you mind sharing the information about this with 5 of your friends? And if you do that, then I would be more than happy to give you a private training session, a private coaching session. In the case of real estate, maybe I could have somebody come out and do an appraisal, or if I could put you in touch with some people that might be able to help your house and get it ready next spring when you're ready to sell it. Something along those lines. Where you're passing along some information. But my gosh, if you could get 5 people that you don't know to talk about you and tell how great you are just for the sheer joy of doing that, wouldn't that be great for your business? What a great boon for your business. And I'd like to take that a little bit farther too and say that you can do some reciprocal stuff, right? You have a business, I have a business, let's go ahead and share and see what we can do so that we can team up and work together. Isn't that right? You know what I'm saying, Sarah?
Yeah, no, I think that's great. I mean, I was struck when you first started talking about the young woman whose offer you'd seen on Facebook or wherever, that you didn't really quite remember what her business was right away. You just remembered what the offer was, and that how powerful a great marketing idea is. And so, yeah, if you hooked up with her or someone like that, and then, okay, I'll help you find 5 people to talk about your mascara, and in exchange, maybe you can find 5 people to help me talk about my website building ability. And why not? Because 5 more people, if they're new people that have not interacted with you before, and everybody has at least 200 acquaintances, and nowadays most of them have them on Facebook, you could really, that's 1,000 or more people that you are a potential customer that you're reaching somehow. So it's really, unless I did the math wrong, 5 more people times 5. I don't know.
Absolutely. I mean, you're looking, Sarah, you're talking about thousands of more people. You're talking about 5 people who belong to 5 groups of separate people who know 250 people. 250 people times 5 is at least 1,200 people. But when I talk to people on Facebook, they definitely have at least 1,000 contacts. So what I'm getting at is tip number 1 for the holidays to make some more money right this very second. And I'm not talking about waiting. I'm talking about right this very second. How can I make more money? Is to publicly say, I would like to trade with you. I would like to talk about your business, your service, in exchange for talking about me and my business or my service, and being clear about that. Now, you don't have to put that on your general wall. I'm not saying that you have to put that out to your family and Aunt Mary and Uncle Joe and Bobby and Sue and all your nieces and nephews, but there are lots and lots and lots of wonderful groups out there that you can advertise your business on, which brings me to tip number 2 for today. So tip number 2 for today. On Facebook, you obviously have your direct contacts and connections, right? If the people that you talk to all the time, they read your wall or they don't, they subscribe to you or they don't, but there are lots and lots and lots of groups. And Sarah and everyone watching, I wonder if you've tried any of these groups. In the top in the search bar, right at the very top left side of the Facebook page, you can search for a variety of different words. Now, I've tried this for many clients. I have clients that are in holistic fields, dentists, real estate, all kinds of different marketing groups. If I type a word related to their business into that search bar, I get a variety of things from different people, companies, Facebook pages, and groups. Have you guys all seen that? Have you seen that, Sarah, before?
I've seen it. I haven't done much research farther than seeing it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Amy, have you ever seen that before, or are you a member of any smaller groups related maybe specifically to real estate or to other groups or other organizations? I'm going to unmute you now. I'm going to go back. There she is. Amy, are you a member of any smaller groups?
She's not.
She's not. She's not the member. Absolutely not the member of any small groups. When you're ready to jump in, Amy, you let me know.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. Are you a member of any smaller groups? And I don't mean just specifically real estate, but any groups.
You'll have to forgive me. I was actually dealing with a client issue on email and didn't quite hear the whole gist of what kind of group you're talking about.
No, that's okay. I was just wondering if you were the member of any small groups on Facebook, whether it has to do with real estate or other things, other topics. And I'll come back to you again if you have any.
Women's Council of Realtors, of course, which is the national program. I'm currently State of Maryland president for Women's Council. We do have our own Facebook pages, and different chapters across the country have their own Facebook pages, and we interact. There's also a realtor referral group where people ask questions of other realtors where they're having specific problems or general issues that they want to get feedback in, and I participate in that quite a bit.
Okay. So that's absolutely what I'm talking about. These smaller subgroups that you can join. My family has a group. My church has a group. My building, I live in a condo and there are 12 condos. We have a private group. What I'm getting at is stepping outside of that, and this is something that I don't know if everybody has even thought about. But again, tip number 2, idea number 2, go out onto Facebook and in that search bar, start searching for advertise your business, or for advertise, or for free classifieds. Just put that up in that search bar and see what you get. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of people who will market their business for free by joining these smaller groups. It will blow your mind. You will be so excited. You will come back next week and tell me, I had no idea how many thousands of people on Facebook I could broadcast my message to for no charge. These are not people that know you, because remember last week we talked about not promoting to the people who already know you, but getting outside of that circle. These are folks who've never met you before, and you can promote to them. Have you ever done that before, Sarah?
I haven't done that before, and I'm loving the idea, and I'm also thinking that maybe since, I mean, I hate to kind of put you on the spot right now, live and on the air, but what if next week's Hangout we had a list of the top 10 that you found during the week, or we found during the week, that we could give to people as part of their, because some people aren't even going to go to Facebook and click on it, but if we say, here's the top 10 that we found, go look there, they might. You know how that is.
I do. What I would challenge everybody to do is come back to me and tell me which group you found. Because the groups that I'm finding actually are probably more relative to the part of the country I'm in.
They're localized, huh? Okay.
Well, or even centralized. So they may not be pulling from the East Coast, the West Coast, the Central. They may not be coming from your area. So in order to do that. So what I want to tell you, though, and what I want to challenge you to do is not to join groups that are related to your industry. So Amy, I'm gonna suggest this to you. I'm not talking about groups that have anything to do with real estate. Chuck, Linda, Sarah, nothing to do with your specific group. These are people who have never heard of you, have never worked with you before, and are never even a part of what you do. Search very generic terms. Classifieds. Advertise your group. Advertise your business. Market your business. Market your group. Ah, Linda's looking right now. She is jumping on that bandwagon, and I'm very excited. Direct sellers is a very hot phrase. If you want to find direct sellers groups that are out there, I'm talking about groups with tens of thousands of members. Now, tiny little groups, because remember, there's a difference between I'm broadcasting to hundreds of thousands of people and, hey, I want to reach a few people right in my own neighborhood. Pick a city within your own community. Sarah, maybe that's Lake Tahoe or Kings Beach. Amy, that's Pasadena. For me,
Julia?
Pardon?
Isn't that what I pay you for?
Yes, but I will say,
yourself out of a job because you know I'm never going to do it.
The operative word there is pay. So we're giving
Julia.
value right now.
I'm giving away. I'm giving away my secrets. Yes.
Don't want to do
you're not
it yourself,
giving it away.
then you must pay
No,
someone else to do it.
You know I'm going to say, Julia, how much is it going to cost me for you to do this?
Sounds great. I'll take that too. That's
Okay.
yeah, we're talking about how does Julia make money immediately at Christmas
Thank
holiday.
you.
Yeah. And that's a really valid point. You know, there's a lot out there that we can do ourselves. You can learn anything you want yourself. You can go online and do all the work and learn how to be a search engine optimizer person and be the king of building your own websites and go out and knock on doors yourself, and you might get it all done by the time you reach the end of your life. Or you can hire other people to help you and get it done faster, because there's a lot to do. And so Julia's sharing some ideas of things that she does. But, you know, if you don't want to do it yourself, you could probably find somebody right here on this little panel that you could hire to help you out.
That is so true, although that really caught me off guard. But again, Amy is quite a character, so we all remember. Well, what I'm getting at is, you know, even if you hire somebody, there's only so many hours in one day. But if you're out there and all you do is broadcast one testimonial for somebody. So, tip number 1 and tip number 2. Tip number 1, take a video, a testimonial, or what have you from somebody else, and then share that on these smaller groups or these larger groups. Even these community groups, there are yard sale groups or localized direct seller groups or localized advertising groups or classified groups where you can reach people that are even more intimate. I'm not even saying on, you know, the East Coast or the West Coast. I'm saying people right in your own community where you could be directly speaking to them, thinking of it as a cocktail party, obviously. You know, how do you gently talk to somebody? So these are a couple of really great ideas, too, for building your business immediately, right now, today, jumping on the Christmas holiday season and striking while the iron's hot. We are at 10:27. I'm going to switch over to Sarah. Sarah, read your cards to me. They are so cute.
So I made little cards because I know that some people like to see. And I'm like, she said 1, she said 2, what were they? So the first one is trading contacts with businesses, basically what that results in. When you say, hey, if I find 5 people that could talk about your business, would you find 5 that could talk about mine? So that's trading contacts, in my opinion. And then the second one was taking advantage of Facebook groups. And one example of that is looking for free classifieds or direct sellers, yard sale groups, market your group. And then I think probably you could also investigate doing a little Facebook advertising to these kinds of groups. It's another thing that we didn't talk about. And I have a lot of other things on here that I wrote, but, you know, be memorable, be outrageous. I think we'll be remembered for a while.
I absolutely love it. Well, I want to thank everyone for joining us this week. We've had some phenomenal guests this week, as we always do. I want to thank Amy Menrad, Chuck Howard, Linda Kay for all joining in today, even if you couldn't speak or if you could. We're in all different parts of the country, and our goal is to expand and grow our marketing knowledge and expand and grow our income. That is what we're really, the basic fundamental we're trying to do. Every week we get together on Monday mornings from 10 a.m. until 10:30 a.m. Eastern, which is 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Pacific time. I did not forget you, Sarah.
No.
Shocking.
Incredible.
We get together. But Sarah, we're going to be having some new things coming up, right? And I'm hoping that in the last minute you can tell us about what's coming up for the coming year. What do we have that's new and exciting coming up?
Well, as you know, as I started out earlier when we were talking about the differences among marketing and our opinion that it's all network marketing, all of it. So we know that there are many people who are just putting their foot into the business, own your own business world by joining a multi-level or network marketing business of some kind, starting their own business that way, working out of your home, getting all those fabulous tax deductions. And so we want to spend a good chunk of the beginning of the year really focusing on that with a special class. So we'll continue always having the Monday morning momentum, get your week off to a great start, but we will also be adding probably a Friday class that will go more in depth on marketing specifically designed for those people in network marketing. But really remember, It's all network marketing. So please take a look at that when you see it come by as something that you might want to participate in. And for the rest of you who are wanting to reach me, that's me down there, ceospacewest.com. The CEO Space is an organization that helps entrepreneurs and businesses, and I'd love to talk to you more if you need some help along those lines. Happy Monday. Back to you, Julia.
Thank you so much, Sarah. That is very exciting. That was our commercial, just talking about our longer class. I want to thank everyone for joining us this week. I'm Julia Flynn Worry. MakeSomeMoneyHoney.com or Make Some Money Honey every day. Just come out and see us. Contact me anytime to learn more about our ongoing classes, and I will see you next Monday morning. Thanks for joining.
Bye, everybody.